Welcome to Library Out Loud with your host, Jane Baker. Jane has 7 years working at the Spokane County Library District as a communication and development director. Library Out Loud is about any and all things that are happening at the Library District. Library Out Loud is brought to you in part by STCU and SCLD. Now, here's your host, Jane Baker.
Hello and welcome to Library Out Loud. I'm Jane Baker with the Spokane County Library District. Joining me today is Carley Hoffman. Carley is a public services manager, also with the Library District, and she has a fascinating job that does a lot of different things, and we're going to talk about some of those things here today. Welcome, Carley.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. First thing we're talking about is a new website that you had worked on called Spokane Creators. Where do we start? Let's tell me about Spokane Creators.
So Spokane Creators is a project of Spokane County Library District, and the aim is to curate, I guess in library parlance, Spokane area artists of all kinds. That's why we called it Creators. Okay. So it could be visual art, literary art, performance art, as well as music. Okay. So you can go to our website, the SpokaneCreators.org website, and submit to become a part of it. Or if you're just interested in the art scene in Spokane and who are the artists and what kind of work they do, and just kind of learn more about the culture of our community, you can go there and just visit the bio pages and see a few pieces of their work.
So what the website does is collect, well, it doesn't collect, it lets artists submit their information. So if you're looking for different types of artists, that would be the website to go to that just will show different arts.
Yes.
And, and what it's like.
Exactly. So it's divided by category. I think I listed there's 4 categories there. And so if you're just maybe you just moved to Spokane and you thought, okay, well, what's going on in this town? What is the art scene like? Then this is a great way to introduce yourself to a few of our artists.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And it's SpokaneCreators.org.
.org, yep.
Okay. And you can go in there, and if you're an artist, you can ask to submit. There's a form on there where you can submit your information so you can be included on the site. And if you're not an artist and you're just looking, you can go and find out what kind of art's there.
And we also include any events that the library is having on the site. So if there's a music performance that we're having in one of the library locations, that'll be listed there, as well as any classes that we have, either if you want to create your own art, or if you're an artist and you're looking to expand your business savvy in the art world, which is what we found is really one of the things that artists have a harder time with, is now they've created this piece, how do they get it out into the world? And what steps could they take to better market themselves? We had some classes recently on photographing three-dimensional objects. So if you have your own website or an Etsy page, what are some of the techniques that you could use to make your art pieces and your creative works look better for the web?
Because a photograph makes or breaks it.
Right.
Yeah, because you could have a beautiful piece of art and take a really rotten photograph of it. And I believe that was Dean Davis. Who was that?
Yes. Yep.
Well-known photographer here in town, and he came and taught this class. And you could bring your art pieces and stuff. Are we having any more of those?
Yeah, we do have one upcoming, and it's on two-dimensional. So rather than sculptures and maybe even jewelry or something like that, this is just taking a photograph of maybe a photograph or a painting or a two-dimensional piece.
Gotcha. So that's great. So SpokaneCreators.org.
Yep.
And you can go on and check it out. And what was the idea? What started this? What was the spark?
It was a journey. This website. It actually started quite a few years ago with one of our community engagement plans, and it was not even the current one. It was the previous community engagement plan where we talked to community members. They told us some of the things that they wanted, or the feelings they had about the kind of place they wanted to live. And a topic that came up was they wanted to know more about their neighbors and each other and their community in general. And we had also a whole slew of videos that we had created for a different project. So this all was very evolutionary. This project didn't start off fully formed at all. And we started with all these other videos that we had already created. And as we started moving towards actually building the website, we started looking at, okay, what are the needs in the community? What are people asking for? Is there anything like this out there already? And we didn't find it. So maybe we could parlay this into something else. Instead of using these videos, maybe there's a different bent. So I started working with a couple other community organizations and looking at, okay, how could we make this happen? We worked with a professor at Eastern Washington University, and he built our website. And it just kind of became focused on the creators rather than on the whole community in general.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
It's a whole story, but
Sure.
we don't have time for it.
Well, it sounded like it evolved, and then you kind of been able to narrow it down to what exactly
Yes.
Ended up being the final
Well,
product.
and one of the funner parts, or maybe it was kind of scary, because as we decided, okay, we're going to go forward, we're going to do this project, we realized that Spokane Arts was putting out a new website, and they were going to also have a section on it of all their artists, of all these artists, and they could have bio pages and something way more robust than they had on their website when we started this project. So we reached out to them and we said, we might be doing something similar. Should we partner? Should we do? So what we decided to do is we tell each other when someone submits. So you can submit your sample images and your biography to our website, and then we'll send it off to Spokane Arts as well. So they're kind of like a partner in this.
Perfect.
Yeah.
A great collaboration between the library and Spokane Arts that way. What a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you've done a lot of work on it, and it's turned out great. So it's very exciting to be able to go on there and see the different artists and things like that. Things I didn't know, and I'm lived in the Spokane area for many years.
Yeah.
And I've been on there and went, oh really? What a great discovery. So,
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I am not heavy in the art scene, and that's one of the challenges that we have had with the project in general. We have a Spokane Creators team now on staff to help get from submission form to an actual live page on the website. So we've gotten the help of other staff members to help with that, but also art liaisons to let us know what is going on in the community. Are you going to something that you'd like to help, bring flyers to, or it's one of those things where it's going to take the whole take a village to make this keep churning along, to get new submissions and make sure that we have people interested in looking at the website and wanting to submit their pieces as well.
What a great thing. The library prides itself on being a connector. We connect people with the resources they need, and in this case, we're connecting with artists and people who appreciate art of all different kinds, and kind of bringing them together and making that connection.
One of the things that became apparent really quickly was the rich art scene that we have here in the Spokane area, and it's amazing just to be able to see what people are it is gorgeous. The stuff that people are creating and working on is mind-boggling. It's so nice.
And it could be your neighbor down the street.
Yeah, you don't even know.
And you don't know. There's so many artists in so many ways. Well, that's great. I'm very excited about SpokaneCreators.org. That's CREATORS, SpokaneCreators.org. If you forget and go to SpokaneCreators.com, that works too, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Yeah, if you pick up the Engage magazine, this is our events and program guide for the library, and there is a whole section about Spokane Creators.
I know, I
there.
wish I could show the website, but it
Yeah,
doesn't.
it's kind of hard sometimes in this. But yeah, too, check it out and see the different things there. That's great. Great work, Carley. Thank you for doing that and taking that on.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so you do lots of other things at the library, though. You have a very wide variety of tasks
And
that you-
responsibilities.
yes, tasks and responsibilities. One of the things you have also worked on. Oh, look, they got the website up there.
Oh,
That's
brilliant.
nice.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
That's it. That's Spokane Creators there. Oh, great stuff.
I mean, it's just amazing what
Mm-hmm.
these people are creating, for lack of a better word, and putting together. It's been really eye-opening to see.
Yeah, awesome. Something else, I don't want to switch subjects, but I'm going to. Something else that you've also been working on is a new app for the library.
Yes, well, that's a whole team as well.
Yes, it has taken a whole team. But I know you've been leading that team, and we do have a new app out. It's called Spokane County Libraries. It's in the App Store. It's
Yep.
also in the Google Play Store.
Yep.
And you can go in and tell me a little more about the app.
So it's kind of the what I think the most critical part of the app, the thing that I think people want and need the most is being able to check your account and place something on hold anywhere you are. So you sign into the app, and it's really kind of cool because you can even use, once you're signed in, there's a miniature barcode at the bottom of the app. So if you're in a library and don't have your library card, you can just use your phone to scan the your library barcode, and it works.
And
just
you
like
can
a
check
card.
out with your phone?
Yep, you can check out with your phone.
Oh.
So that's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of people and families use it because you can link accounts as well. So you could have all of your kids' accounts on a single interface on your phone and keep track of who has what checked out and who has what on hold and what you're
and what's
at the library
due.
to pick up. Yeah.
All there at your fingertips.
Yes.
Totally convenient.
Very, very convenient, and the interface is really smooth and easy to use. And of course, you can search for books. One of the cool things on there is ISBN scanner. So if you're at a bookstore and you see a book that you want, you wonder, oh, does the library have this? You can just pull up the scanner, take your phone, scan the ISBN, and then it'll come right up in the library's catalog. Put it on hold right there. You're done.
You're good to go. That's
Yeah.
fabulous. Spokane County Libraries, that's the app. We're going to talk more with Carley Hoffman, but first we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back on Library Out Loud.
What? You haven't been to the library lately? Stop in today and see that the library is more than books. Spokane County Library District facilities feature on-site technology, including Wi-Fi, computers, and printers, as well as free use of meeting rooms. The Library District offers events and programs for all ages, from story times to career development and employer classes to Social Security workshops. Our staff is well trained and happy to help. Find out more about your library at scld.org.
I'm Jade Becker, and I'm a senior at Chewilla High School. I'm at STCU's Money Live event. In this scenario that we played today, I was a realtor. My spouse was a city worker. We had an 11-month-old child, and there was a lot of spending for that child, like diapers and formula, and had to buy toys and clothing. I'm very glad that I had this experience. It was super helpful. You need this to get far and ahead in life. I'm Jade Becker, and STCU is here for good.
Welcome back to Library Out Loud. I'm Jane Baker, and this is Carley Hoffman. We're with the Spokane County Library District. Carley is a public services manager who takes on a lot of different roles at the library, and we've been talking about the Spokane Creators website. You are driving force behind that. Also, our new app. And I don't know if you can pick this up on camera. Probably not, but we have a new app. There we go. There we go. Yeah. A new app for the library, and it's fabulous. You can even use it to check out right in the library. You can scan the barcode, or if you see a book that you were interested in, and a lot of people do check out books before they make a purchase. So
Yes.
if you see a book at a bookstore and say, "Oh, I want to check this out first," you can scan it and see if the library has it. You can check your account. You can find out when your holds are in. You can find out what your due date is, because Lord knows I'm always losing my date due slip. So that's a great thing. So great work on this app.
Oh, thanks.
I know it took some time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely a team effort, and it'll continue to evolve as we start talking to our customers and figuring out what's most important to them, which features work, which ones don't, or maybe just not used as much. So kind of focus on those things that people are really interested in.
In fact, I know that you were looking for people who you wanted to talk to about the app.
Yes.
Maybe we should do a little plug for that right now.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
So who are you looking for?
So I'm looking for basically anyone who is interested in talking to me one-on-one about we started with the app. I actually had such a good response on the initial run that I couldn't interview everyone. I just ran out of time, and you start to hit a point where you are not getting more information or new information. You're starting to just hear the same things.
Repetitive.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you figure, okay, I think I've saturated those questions.
Sure.
But as we move on, I'll be asking some new and different questions as we adjust the app and make some changes.
So basically, you're kind of looking for a reviewer.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
okay.
looking for people to help me figure out what works, what doesn't work, and how we can make it better.
Okay. And if somebody's interested in helping you, how do they get a hold of you?
The best way is through email, and that's just my email address,
Okay.
choffman@scld.org.
Okay. C. Hoffman at scld.org. And of course, you can always call the library, and we can give you that email if you don't have a chance to write it down at the moment. One of the other things that you work on is our digital collection. And what I mean by digital collection is not necessarily our ebooks, which we do have those. We've had those for a long time. We also have audiobooks, and you can check all those out at the library digitally. But we also have a digital resource collection.
Yes.
And these are other websites, kind of, in a way. For example, Consumer Reports.
Yes, Consumer Reports is a big one. It's probably one of our most, especially this time of year.
Yes.
The usage statistics on this go way up. And basically, the library buys a subscription for the entire
county.
Yeah. Our service population.
Sure.
And you get it for free. Yeah, all you have to do is have a library card.
Yeah, if you go to get a subscription to Consumer Reports, I'm not sure the cost, but it's not cheap.
No, I just spoke to someone the other day, and they said they were paying, I think, $10 or $12 a month.
Wow.
So that
adds up to $120, $140 a year.
Yeah.
With a library card, you get free access to Consumer Reports. But not only that, I mean, there's a slew of digital resources, and it's your job to purchase these and get them up on the website so everybody can access them. So we have Consumer Reports. That one always pops to the top of my head because I use that one a lot.
Yes.
But also Ancestry.com.
Yep, that's a big one. That one you can only use in the library at this time. Consumer Reports you can use at home as well.
Yep.
Most of our resources you can use at home. You just need a library card number.
Yeah, library card number.
Ancestry, pricing wise and just how they have it set up, you have to go to the library. But we have another one called Heritage Quest that you can use from home. And you have access to thousands of census as well as, it's handwritten. You get the actual digital copy of handwritten census forms. I looked up before I've seen my grandfather, and I could track every 10 years for each decennial,
Wow.
every census.
Wow.
Where he lived, what his age, who he was married to.
Interesting. Very interesting. We'll have to do another program on that. But there's also lynda.com. which is all kinds of instructional
Yes.
type things. That's a rabbit hole for me. I get
Yeah.
in, and it's so fascinating.
Lynda.com is actually a very rich resource, especially if you are trying to get a promotion or get another job and you need to brush up your skills in some sort of technology. Although they have other kind of classes as well that aren't just based on software. There's a lot of how to market, there's a whole section on marketing, a whole section on HR, a whole section on video production. I mean, it goes really deep.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun to get on. And even if you're not looking for anything specific, sometimes just perusing through there, you learn something. We also have all of our, and we might be talking ahead a little bit, but it's okay. We're going to do that. All of our magazines,
Yes.
digital magazines. So you can check out magazines and read them on your iPad or your phone or your computer. And we have a service right now called RB Digital.
Yes.
But that's going to go away because we have a new one coming.
Yes.
Right after the first of the year?
Yes, the first of the year. So I don't know if I'm hoping I can get it up on the website by the first full week of January. But it's called Flipster, and it works very similarly to what we currently have, but it'll offer a few different magazines than we currently have. And it's really easy to, you can either check out a magazine, view it on your computer, or you can download the app and read the magazine on your tablet or your phone.
On your device, yeah. And it's called Flipster, and they're going to have magazines such as Time and People. And magazines are fun. They're a lot of fun to look at. But I do have to say that when you look at a magazine on your iPad or your phone, it's a whole different view. The colors and everything are so rich that you don't get on a published piece of paper. Nothing against a physical magazine, but wow, it's really a difference.
Yeah, and it's nice because it is the actual, every ad, every piece of the physical magazine is included in the digital version. So
you'll be able to go and check out magazines.
I know people who often load up on a plane ride.
You bet.
And so they'll check out 15, 20 magazines, so they always have something to look at.
That's a great idea. Just download it. And, you're in airplane mode anyway, so what else to do? But look through that. Digital resources, though, there's so many. So if you go to our website and the heading is digital resources, you go there and there's a huge list.
Yeah, we have a bunch that are focused on research for schoolwork or for your own personal research, as well as one great for kids is Help Now. Actually, it's not just kids. It runs the gamut from preschool all the way up through college, that if you're working on a assignment and you have a problem, you might need a tutor, you can go into this resource and work one-on-one with someone who will help you work through a math problem, a science problem, or if you want to submit your writing, they'll review your writing and give you some edits and some ideas for how to help your research paper or your term paper.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That is amazing, and there's no charge for that, and it's like live help.
It's live help. It's between 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock every day, except for holidays.
Sure. And all ages. Kids in elementary school all the way up through college, that this will help. And that's Help Now.
That's Help Now.
We also have Vet Now.
We have Vet Now, which is focused on veterans, of the military veterans, and they can speak one-on-one with people who have been trained to help them navigate the government military system, how to apply for benefits, where the VA hospital, how to it's a bureaucracy. It's a whole system.
Sure.
So there's people who are specially trained to help with that.
Navigate you through that system. And that's Vet Now. That's, again, on our website. It is free. And there you go. There's that.
And Job Now.
And Job Now, too, if you're looking for jobs. So that's helpful. And there's encyclopedias on our digital library. Newspapers. And of course we mentioned the magazines, but the newspapers, remind me of the name of that app. Was that ProQuest?
ProQuest is a big one, and that's magazines, newspapers, trade publications that covers a wide range. It's probably one of our deepest, once you start diving in, and it has a bunch of historical information as well. So now you're looking at things like science journals and as well as like the Wall Street Journal.
Sure,
it doesn't have to get
Sure.
too academic, but that's our most academic digital resource. And there was another one I was just going to.
Well, I know you mentioned science and science and context.
Yes.
That one, I don't even have a kid, and I don't have to worry about science. But I got on there one day, and I was fascinated. It was just fascinating to read about all these things.
And what's nice about that one, they've included videos and audio clips, so you can actually immerse yourself in a topic. And
great stuff. So that's on our website, scld.org. Check it out. It's under digital resources. If you're interested in the creators, that's SpokaneCreators.org. And go on there and see what kind of local talent we have in the Spokane area, because there's lots. Carley, you do some amazing things at the library. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for being on the program today.
Oh, thank you so much.
And we'll see you next time here on Library Out Loud.
Thanks for watching. Library Out Loud is produced in Spokane, Washington by SpokaneTalksMedia.com, which is solely responsible for its content. Library Out Loud is sponsored by our friends at the Spokane County Library District and STCU. Ask Jane a question, recommend a guest, or hear this program again on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com.